If you're in friend zone, for me, there's no way you're coming out.
You're stuck there.
You're stuck in
You're
friend
in that jail called the friend zone.
It's a life sentence, man.
Okay. Crazy.
Take heart, brother.
For me, it's the exact opposite. You are more likely to have a chance if you're in the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
Way more likely. Because at least now, I know how you are when we are just friends. Like,
I can hear jubilation in people's hearts and minds right now. I am her friend. I've got a chance.
I feel like when you're friends, there's no pretense. Like, do you get like the way we are?
Mm-hmm. Now, of the school of thought that familiarity breeds contempt. Kind of like to the point where I know you too much. I don't find you interesting anymore.
Hey.
I don't find you interesting. So I know you, and I'm like, there's no thrill. I'm not unraveling you. As we go
but
by,
we morph as human beings.
There's no thrill for it. So I really don't find it very, and I can't even imagine us in a romantic context. I have known you too much as a goofy person, as a person. So when I'm at it now, I start looking at you with dewy eyes and whatever.
Oh my God.
You're looking at me, you want to touch me. I'm like, ew.
So there's nothing a guy can do to get out of your friend zone.
Yeah. So me from the onset, if you actually had eyes for me, come correct.
Welcome back to the Vineyard podcast, your weekly dose of fun, laughter, banter, and a whole lot of realness. I hope you enjoyed your Valentines. Oof. Tell us what you did for Valentines in the comment section. You might give some of us ideas. Intercessions with the Bay.
Yeah.
Kazi tu ni patience.
Hey, I love my patience. I love my God.
You know, I've always had a confession. Guys, will you marry? Into the idea.
Into the idea. Fantastic.
Close
for
shave.
For a second there, I was about to exit the chat.
But today I want to address a topic close to men's hearts. You know, as a guy, is there that one lady who's your friend that she can only see you as a friend? In fact, now you are a bro. Umekuwa brother.
Kuna ingine father zone. You look like my father.
Guys, I don't like to be around you.
My life. But why do you tell somebody that with a straight face?
But I meant.
So let me ask a question. But it's okay. I want to say, but even the person at question, I don't think they took offense to it.
They didn't.
No, I don't think, but it's so funny. Do you imagine father zone?
I said you remind me of my father, guys.
Gosh.
Hey. Kama nilikuwa na kulike all
inakatikia hapo nilichoma
nakumbusha babako.
But maybe my dad is a provider. He's he's gentle, he's kind. Those are the attributes.
Ladies marry their fathers. That is a sign.
Hapo ngumu, but I get.
Yeah, hapo inaweza kuwa difficult.
So let me ask, when you guys friend zone someone, is it out of malice ama too the relationship has reached a level where you're like, oh, this is such a nice person, ama ni kupiga L ni ndo tusisumbuane tena?
Friend zone.
You've actually reminded me of something I've ever come across. I'm not sure how true this is, but maybe you guys can comment. It said that guys actually befriend girls they have the possibility of dating, girls they find attractive, and then girls befriend guys they find funny. They can never date.
Hey. Do you know, I'm seeing a group dynamics like, that's kind of anyway, you're just there for the comedy. Wow,
and the free protection and the bodyguardism.
And whatever. So do you agree with that statement?
Yani mimi na mute mmetuambia tu we are just funny. Tubaki tuko too funny.
But the funny guys always get good girls. I'm telling you, being funny is it's so top on the things that girls look for. Kwani utaka umeboeka for the rest of your life. Taishi hapa na wewe hata uwezi nichekesha.
We want a serious relationship.
So
we're talking about
CL, So friends on CL from your end.
From my end, it's
an L.
It's limbo.
For
mine
you,
it's limbo. Like you're sentenced to limbo. Mwenda.
jenga nyumba hiyo nyumba umejenga umeka
Yeah.
foundation
If you
umeanza
are,
kupandisha sasa
if you're in friend zone, for me, there's no way you're coming out.
You're stuck there.
You're stuck in
You're in
friend
that jail
Yeah.
called the friend zone.
It's a life sentence, man.
Crazy.
take heart brother.
For me, it's the exact opposite. You are more likely to have a chance if you're in the friend zone. Way more likely. Because at least now, I know how you are when we are just friends. Like,
I can hear jubilation in people's hearts and minds right now. I am her friend. I've got a chance.
I feel like when you're friends, there's no pretense. Like,
Oh, yeah.
do you get like the way we are? You're not. Timo is not trying to put up an act for anybody, so you get to see somebody for real. I'm very afraid of that performative act when you're just pursuing me because you want me, because there's nothing you won't do. There's nothing you won't buy. You will be the perfect person, and that is the image you're going to sell to me. That's what I'm going to stick to. And then when I finally say yes, and then I've walked down there, and then now I'm trapped with you. Now
The true
you
colours.
let down your guard,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm like, what is this?
Kingori wants his socks to be removed.
Interesting. Now, I'm of the school of thought that familiarity breeds contempt. Kind of like to the point where I know you too much. I don't find you interesting anymore.
Hey,
I don't find you interesting. So I know you, and I'm like, there's no thrill. I'm not unraveling you. As we
See,
go
but we
by,
morph as
I'm
human
not-
beings.
There's no thrill for it. So I really don't. I don't find it very, and I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine us in a romantic context. I have known you too much as a goofy person,
Yes.
as a person. So when I'm at it now, I start looking at you with dewy eyes and whatever.
Oh my God.
You're looking at me, you want to touch me. I'm like, ew.
so there's nothing a guy can do to get out of your friend zone as
Yeah,
hope.
yeah. So me from the onset, if you actually had eyes for me, come correct, come straight. That's it.
Before friendship.
Yeah, come and tell me. Then up on the sun, I'll be like, okay, let's see. Because now at least I can tune my mind to see you like that.
Nafungwa
But
pale
if
Songs of
not-
Solomon.
If not, you are coming in the guise of friendship and whatever, I'm telling you, you've sentenced yourself alone.
What if they were not even coming in the guise of friendship? They were just your friend, and then one day they're like,
I don't think it has ever happened where somebody was just my friend and then one time I woke up and I looked at him like, wow, oh, you're an interesting human being. Never happened.
once they're your friend, it's just
Once you're my
but
friend,
Yani,
you're
all
our
your guy
friends.
friends, once they're friends, that's
That's
we hata
it.
unabobana. You are so boring.
it. Maybe you can tell us in the comments, ladies.
So interesting.
Ladies, if you view a guy as one thing, does it always remain as that? Because from Hope's perspective,
It's like when you get the ick.
Yeah.
if you're not, if you're my friend, you're my friend, and you're my friend for life. Cheers, man.
Yeah.
I'll be there during your wedding.
Like I got you. Hata-
Nikidance.
Kwanza mute aliniambia nitakuwa MC kwa harusi yake.
Alikutoa-
Hiyo kitu iliniumiza.
Alikutoa
Let's
kwa
just say it hurt me.
potential bride.
Imagine hata kwa una disqualify tu mtu ati unajua
So, but
nasema
people disqualify ukisema he's your friend.
and whatever.
Na we say,
Guys at MC, I hope you'll be MC. Whatever you are, Mutemi, I'm hurt.
That's so funny,
Yeah, on a public
man.
platform.
you know, as a guy is interested because you're always the ones who are being friend zoned.
No, you guys also friend zone girls.
Mshai friend zone na jamaa unapenda? Or you have a crush on?
Never ever.
So, no.
Let me see.
Unacheki.
Let me see.
We're always the ones who are eating.
But you see, girls don't shoot shots. So how are you being friend zoned? Okay, maybe there are some.
Or maybe you positioned yourself and ukaitwa sister. Kasema
Hiyo
girl.
inaweza uma.
uzuri wa hiyo wewe tu peke yako ndio ulikuwa unajua unajiposition. There's no tangible
There's no tangible evidence.
So you can your ego can recover.
Yeah.
You know, you can just feel bad in private.
Yes.
Hii ingine ya that's why I really do not advocate for girls shooting their shots.
Shooting
We
their
don't
shot.
take rejection
Very well.
We just don't. It will crush you. Mara utaanza kukuwa na self-esteem issues. Now we are dealing with even bigger issues than just being told as simple.
Than rejection.
Yeah, just a simple rejection. That's why I believe God has an order to things. Just follow the natural order, because saizi ukipigwa no saizi sister.
Kala nimebakisha tu kadogo ifika utukanini mimi na Paul tunakuwa same WhatsApp group.
So maybe an obvious question. So for you don't date friends.
I don't.
Will you date your friend? If he's short, he's short.
If he shot and I am interested and I feel like this is somewhere, maybe I'm not even interested at the get-go, but I can consider. That's the thing. Like, I will not be like, wewe bana, unafanya nini?
So you wouldn't even you would not consider it from the beginning, as long as they're your friend, they've got an opportunity. to.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're my friend, of course I have many friends. If they're my friend and they shoot their shot, and I feel like it's something that could work, me I can consider. But it's not those ones that, if you're just my friend, there's... It's also what is my interest at. Do you get? Of course, there are people who I look like and I'm like, we could. Of course not.
I'm calling you at midnight high son. Nangoja nipate sauti deep.
Ama mnalala kidogo.
Hatuna voice nitoke Friendzone.
Alafu hiyo naweka conference call naongeza kina hope to check
kwanza hapo kwa sababu hata labda ninaongea mzito kumliko.
There's a me myself a lady she replicated.
I love so much.
Na your voice, yeah. So for sure, there are people who can escape the friend zone, and it can be successful. But the others just please perceive and sense.
Ebu describe if friend zone ni nini? Kisema this guy is in the friend zone.
I cannot imagine myself doing anything romantic with you.
Hadi nikikuita movie later tutakuwa kwenda how to train the dragon.
Friend zone is not just like your pool of friends, like the men who are in your pool of friends.
Yeah.
Because if it's that, then I don't think what I'm saying stands. Because if I can't imagine doing anything with you or being even then I can't consider you. Because for me, I've always viewed friend zone as just your pool of friends. Hope you're telling me you've never had a male friend who you're like, if he tried, maybe.
Huyo angesema tu kitu mzuri.
No.
Bas.
But they're just your friends?
No. No.
Never.
None has ever piqued my interest like that.
Interesting.
So you won't marry your friend?
No, she's
No.
not.
You'll marry a stranger?
In short.
Yani tukienda kurasha tunakuja as a side ya
Because
bride.
you like the allure of not knowing.
You guys have stayed with me. You know my personality, and you know that I get bored
easily.
Very easily.
So when you marry this person, what is going to prevent you from getting bored?
So it's the fact that I am starting from ground zero with them. I've got literally no expectation of this person. I find that if I have known you, subconsciously, there's a certain expectation I have of you.
Ukipata amnesia.
You will either live up to it, or you will not live
they'll disappoint you miserably.
Or you disappoint, or something like that.
Yeah.
But if I've got like zero, you've got so many possibilities of wowing me or disappointing. Either way, I find that more interesting. It's probably the risk taker in me and my risk appetite.
That's a very high risk appetite,
That
especially
is
for
for
long-term
serious
commitment type of thing.
So I'd rather risk with somebody I don't know than risk with somebody I know, because I feel I will resent you more if I had known you before and I had an expectation that you would treat me better.
And it didn't live up.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay, I get what you're saying.
That's a way.
So I am kind of like saving my friends from being on my disappointed side.
You know, I to some extent I agree with that last part that you said, because the only challenge with exiting friends from the friend zone is that it can never go back.
Yeah.
You get?
Oh,
that is my biggest
fear. If the lady
fear.
actually says yes, but after 1 year
it
doesn't work out,
it can never go back to
being the same.
Me and you can be very good friends, Kingori. We enjoy each other's company. I'm there for you, you're there for me. And then you escape the friend zone. And then we date and then it doesn't work. And then now what's next? You can't be like, let's go back to being friends.
We rub to a race.
I see, we go back to being friends.
Kama imeenda, it can never go back to the way it was before. So now you have to now
kuna tu sasa wamekubali na hiyo point.
Like true.
Bridge sister.
Because it's true.
So you end up
but I miss the friendship.
And I value, and I think with my friends, I value my friendship.
Nakuwa delusional.
I value the friendship that we have right now more than the possibility of something that could have been. Ni ule msemo tu usiache mbachao kwa msala upitao.
You know?
That's only for you.
What school did I go to?
Nilea, as in, don't take on, don't leave that which you've had, what you have known, for a promise of a better tomorrow.
Okay.
You're getting. So I already know this is as good as we have. This is as good as it gets with my friends. So the possibility of a romance that may never work out and leave us scarred, and the possibility of losing what we currently have, that scares me much more than
I get that.
living with we could have actually worked out before.
That one I get. that one of all the reasons of not being able to escape the friend zone, I think I resonate with that one the most.
So if there was a way to assure that this is working, it will make it easier to jump from the friend zone.
Yeah,
but there's never an assurance.
There's never ever.
So friend zone is actually not a bad thing. It's just
it's like a safety net.
Yeah.
But I still feel like also, when has love ever been safe?
Never.
You have to take like either way, what you're doing is a risk. What we are doing is a
risk too.
It's all a risk.
That's the thing. It just depends with the people.
Exactly.
It's just the costs are different. One is a bit higher than this other one. The cost for a friendship ending is a bit higher than.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Really?
I just think it's
which
dependent
why,
on the person.
Which
what
is
do they
why
value
we are trying
more?
to see. And you know, this argument, this whatever debate is very subjective, because like you see, we are forever being encouraged by our pastors to transition from being friends. They are the ones who encourage
friends
us a lot. To lovers. Like, talk any friend zone, you know each other well enough. So then they've calculated the risk that you moving from being friends to being lovers is less.
The possibility of working is
higher. That's exactly that. Because most of them anyway began and ended like that. Ukisikiza matestimonies za kina Precious, za kina Moffat, Pastor Precious, Pastor Moffat. So they most of them started like that. So I think for most, especially Christian couples, unapata sijui walikuwa wapi wakakuwa mabeshte, then it has so people have seen that working more than this other one, which is why that is the most, that traditional route is what is most encouraged. So but again, what we are discussing is that they both hold risks.
They both hold risks.
You could be the best of friends and then,
but you're not lovers.
Yeah, so I think just figure out the person you have a crush on, whether they are like me or like Son, so that you know whether you've got a chance or you absolutely have doomed yourself or have been doomed from the
So we stop frowning about friend zone and we actually appreciate.
And calculate the risk for
calculate
yourself.
The risk too.
Also decide, this is somebody that I really have a crush on or I really like. Am I willing to lose them if this doesn't end up working out? So that you begin pursuing, knowing that even if she says yes and we date and it doesn't work out,
I'm saying goodbye to this friendship
you close
in totality.
Everything.
You're closing it, kabisa kabisa.
It doesn't mean you won't be saying hi to another, but it will just never go back to
so
it.
says Katia hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
In short.
Katia.
Very, very, my lines are usually very hardly drawn, I think, from the very get-go, from the very beginning. So, and that's why I think I'd even say, if you look at the statistics of arranged marriages, they tend to work.
They work fantastically.
More. And usually for most of them, it's people who never met before.
It feeds into your point of this is someone you don't know. So
you don't know.
The allure of unpacking each other.
You really don't have any expectation of them.
Actually, I have a
Let them
friend
come
who
and
was
surprise you
saying
as you are.
Her brother married his wife 7 days after meeting her. Meeting for the first time. They've never spoken on phone. Like, come here, 7 days.
And are they still together?
Yes, very happy.
Let me tell you,
there's a guy called
it's like
Bitange.
that.
He did the same thing.
Bitangendemo.
They had that. I was like, what? He came to Kenya in 2 weeks, got a wife.
Yeah.
Went back.
And you know where he got a wife?
Married her.
Cafeteria of KNH.
You're Kenyan,
one of the students over there. Hey, he was there. And he came and a lady came to speak. She was a medical. When he had come from abroad, right?
Yeah.
He was coming back to look for an African bride because he could not marry Wazungus. And so he came and he met a doctor. At the cafeteria, he came and then he found a lady there. Or was it the lady
There were 2 people.
There were 2 people.
So Akambia Mingine, do you mind? That was such a nice lady. Through pass.
Yeah, through pass too. Akamwambia, I am looking for a wife.
Isn't the friend zone tunapenda when 2
so
ladies are good friends.
Akatoa msichana mmoja akakaa na huyu mwingine.
Yes. I'm looking for a wife. And this girl was like, cool.
Wakaongea akona na make sense.
Wakaongea akona, yeah. Oh, we actually align.
Kamwambia, allow me to go back, come and take you home. So we went, came back, took her home. Sha.
And they got married. And you know what was funny? It's the fact that in his mind, as he was looking for an African wife, he was looking for an African wife because he knew that African wives wanasikiza wazee wao. Because alikuwa, one of the reasons he was against a white wife was because they are hard-headed. You cannot command your wife. Not command, but you know,
yes,
your wife is not as subservient.
Yes.
But shock on him when he came and actually found that this doctor of a wife of his was a very, very assertive woman. But you see, the fact that they weren't friends before and he wasn't expecting this and whatever, he took her as she is, as the assertive woman that she is. in my thinking, had they known each other before and whatever, and he had some
Aingewahi
expectations of
work.
her,
Actually,
it would have been cause for conflict.
Yes.
But now he comes and he finds, no, this is not how this woman
You work
functions.
with what you
We work with what
have.
we have here. That's how it functions. So that's why you can say to some extent, I'm a very big proponent of arranged marriages. But that's a conversation
So
for
build
another
the
day.
another
friendships,
day.
look outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Mumesikia? The reason why you're single, build the friendships.
Is
No,
that our
we're telling
conclusion?
people, find out in your friendship dynamic whether the person is open to being pursued or not, so that you know how to proceed
And
from
factor
there.
in the risk of if it doesn't work out. Are
Factor
you
in
willing
the-
to
Yeah.
leave? Eh? Hii kitu iko na shida.
Hey, a bad workman quarrels with his tools.
Yeah.
And I think you can share with us in the comments if you agree with our sentiments, if you have anything to add about the friend zone and jumping out of the friend zone. And with that, we beg our leave. May you go and enjoy your friends. Come
Please,
on.
please,
Sawa,
please, please.
Yeah, and
That's
take
it
the
from
risk
us.
if you
Please
are
take the
courageous
risk.
enough
Yeah.
to do so.
If you're courageous enough, kindly take the risk. We encourage. I'm telling you, sometimes we sit, we do
Courage,
these
do not
episodes, and then
stumble.
it's like we undo all the work that our pastors do.
I'm like, they sometimes sit and think, do these people listen to
Wako
us
like,
someone?
mtu amepanga a whole series on love, then mko pale tu.
Mgopo mnasema no, don't
no.
look for a stranger
Yeah.
and marry a
And
stranger.
Maybe even Ruth and
Stranger.
Boaz were strangers.
Yeah.
Anyway, side chats after.
CITAM Nani, the lady with the, what was it Rebecca? The one who fed
The one at the
camels
well,
at the
yeah,
well.
Isaac and
Maybe
Rebecca.
one another.
Wewe.
Uko na agenda uko nayo
Huyu.
moja.
Sorry. Anyway,
Bye-bye.
see you next time.
See you, bye.
Bye.
If you're in friend zone, for me, there's no way you're coming out.
You're stuck there.
You're stuck in
You're
friend
in that
zone.
jail
Yeah.
called the friend zone.
It's a life sentence, man.
Crazy.
Take heart, brothers.
For me, it's the exact opposite. You are more likely to have a chance if you're in the friend zone. Way more likely. Because at least now, I know how you are when we are just friends. Like,
I can hear jubilation in people's hearts and minds right now. I am her friend. I've got a chance.
I feel like when you're friends, there's no pretense. Like, do you get like the way we are?
Now, I'm of the school of thought that familiarity breeds contempt. Kind of like to the point where I know you too much. I don't find you interesting anymore.
Hey.
I don't find you interesting. So I know you, and I'm like, there's no thrill. I'm not unraveling you. As we go
but we
by,
morph as human beings.
There's no thrill for it. So I really don't. I don't find it very, and I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine us in a romantic context. I have known you too much as a goofy person, as a person. So when I'm at it now, I start looking at you with dewy eyes and whatever.
Oh my God.
You're looking at me and you want to touch me. I'm like, ew.
So there's nothing a guy can do to get out of your friend zone.
Yeah. So me from the onset, if you actually had eyes for me, come correct.